As you guys saw, tonight was the second of a back-to-back. We really struggled in that first quarter. We shot 30 from the field, 30 from three. On the other side, they scored 40 points. We really struggled with our defense. But I thought that playing at home and having the crowd behind you, every time we tried to make a push, they were right there, right behind us. And when you're really tired, that really, it just helps you to be resilient. So, first of all, thanks to the fans. It was amazing to get that energy that we needed. Second of all, you guys seen the stat sheet. We allowed 40 points in the first half. That's really poor defensively. Then we go to a 35-point quarter. We won every quarter after the first, right? 35 still not good. We allowed 30 points in the third, and then the fourth, it was our best defense, right? So that's how you want to evolve. I know that 75 points in the first half is not good, but then 51 in the second half is outstanding. And right there, KZ, Trey Lyles, and especially Davion, I gotta give him a lot of credit. They fought really hard, and they defended at a playoff level. That's what the atmosphere was out there, and we don't come back and get this win if those guys don't do that job but that well. So that's number two. And then number three, you guys know it, right? Thomas is back, and he's playing against a really good player. But like Nicole had 6 assists, which is he impacts the game at 3 levels, like I said before. And Domas goes with 33 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. With Foxy, our 2 All-Stars, right? If you guys haven't voted, obviously there are 2 All-Stars, 31 points and 13 assists for Fox. And then we have the X factor right there, right? That's what I think this team is special, is because, one day, HB gives us, what we need to win, and Kevin and Keegan. And today we had Malik coming off the bench, scoring 33 points and being that game changer that we needed. So obviously, team effort, and very, very, very proud of these guys.
It hadn't happened in the Sacramento area, at least. I mean, to have 3 players score 30 points like that in the game, just how special is that for a moment for you guys, and what do you make of it?
I'm happy for the players because, again, second of a back-to-back against the #1 team in the West and one of the best teams in the NBA. That tells you a lot of, what we have going on here. A team that competes at a high level. Happy for the coach because I know he wants to be here, and good thing he's feeling well. We need him back, but obviously very happy for him. We know he was supporting and at all times. I've talked to him 3 times today. And then the organization, front office ownership, so it was very, very special.
Jordi, how important was it starting the second half to get within, I think, 7 points, then fall back down by 17, for the team to stick with it, to still rally, to make that comeback?
Yeah, I think that I'm going back to my first point, that it was the crowd and the energy they gave us. Because we tried, and then we made a couple of mistakes, especially defensively. They punched back in our face. They took the lead back to close to 20. And then we tried again, and they were supporting us and right behind us, and it felt like we were playing 6 against 5. So that's, I think, how you come back at home and you end up with a win.
Malik tweeted last night that he was disappointed in the way he played and wanted to respond tonight. How much do you appreciate that type of accountability from him, and what's it say about him as a scorer? And also, second question, did Davion win the defensive player of the game changer?
So Malik is a competitor, and Malik is a game changer. And I think yesterday, if you look at his numbers, he drove to the rim, and he was important as a second side ball handler. He just didn't see the ball go in. Right? He took good shots for the most part, and the ball didn't go in. And as I said yesterday, he went to bed and he was not happy with himself. He showed up today, and he had that the back of his mind was like, I have to be better, and he brought it. So I'm very, very happy for him. Davian was very special today, and that's what we need, right? That's, to me, it's a definition of a team, is you're gonna do whatever it takes. You're gonna sacrifice yourself for the best interest of the group. And Davian picked up full court. Davian did what he's a very good basketball player, fast, strong, can handle, all that stuff, but he just guarded, picked it up full court. Bones Highland felt him the whole way. Even Nicola, they were trying to play the two-man game, and I thought that, he turned into a superhero right there defensively, and couldn't get screened. His chest was in front of the ball, so obviously well-deserved. Chain for him with the lasers, even though Casey and Trey were also amazing.
We'll go Anthony and then Jason.
Yeah, Sabonis, it was, hacking down for fouls at times, going into traffic for rebounds with that right hand. How much were you watching that, and just what did you think about the way he clearly just is playing through it?
To be honest with you, once we started and we were in the flow of the game, he was so worried about pace, and he was yelling at everybody, we gotta run, and he's the one a lot of times that he's gonna push it and find his teammates. So once I saw that he was not worried about his hand, then I wasn't worried about his hand. And if you look at his performance, especially having to guard the guy that he had to guard, chest to chest, I know Nicolas scored 40, but if you look at the overall numbers, especially with the assist, Domas was right there, he was physical, so I think that right hand looked pretty good to me.
Jason.
Malik and De'Aaron said there was something kind of inspirational, to see Domas get out there and go, even though he was playing through pain. Would you agree with that? Does that send a message to the rest of the locker room?
Yeah, I think it sets up the tone for, once again, building the identity that we're trying to build here. We're in the right track. We're not there yet, but I think that the NBA is a long season, is a very physical season. A lot of players play with bumps and bruises, and a lot of times you have to play through a lot. When your teammates sets up high standards like that, if one day you're having a bad day and you feel like something is hurting and you think about that, you'll be like, you know what? I'm with him. He did it, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the team. As I said before, our players' health goes first, but being tired and the bumps and bruises in this league is real. So elite players like Domas proved today, that's what they do. He showed up, and I didn't even notice that his right hand was not, 100%.
Jordi, you've been on an NBA bench for quite a few years now, but to be the front man on the bench in a crazy atmosphere like that, what was going through your head the entire fourth quarter as that game was going back and forth?
Just being competitive, try to help my guys, keep them calm, and then give coach number one, because he trusted me to do this job, and now that he's not here, I'm the one, stepping up for him and the group. So, giving back to him all this trust, helping these guys, and they did it on their own. The rest of the coaching staff was unbelievable, helping me throughout the game with rotations, what to run, everything, every single detail, and the guys stayed with it. So great experience for me, growth. I enjoyed it. That's all I can say is there's nothing better for me than going out there and competing, and as the coaches we can do it too, and just helping our guys. That was a good feel.
We'll go Brendan and then William.
Yeah, Jordi, Denver had a lot of success in the paint in that first half, specifically feeding the dunker spot. What do you feel like in the second half you guys did to help clean that up?
Well, the spark from those three guys and Domas, I think we were more active. I don't know the exact number on deflections, but I felt like we were bigger, and when you play big, it's harder for them to share the basketball. So those 51 points in the second half, our activity, our communication, the willingness to fly around, I think they really changed the game.
William, last one.
Finalmente español en la NBA. Muchas gracias. ¿Qué se siente ser el primer español en lograr una victoria dirigiendo en la NBA? ¿Y cómo les sirve esta experiencia para convertirse en el futuro como director, como entrenador en la NBA?
Pues la verdad es que mucho orgullo porque hay mucha gente detrás mío, ¿no? Mi familia, mis amigos, la gente más próxima a mí que saben lo duro que es pues venir a un país que no es el tuyo, empezar desde cero e ir subiendo poco a poco. Pues solo por eso, por poder representar un poquito no solo un país, pero también mucha gente que viene de fuera a trabajar aquí, por eso número uno, mucho orgullo. Y número dos, objetivos individuales la verdad es que no tengo. Sí que evidentemente yo quiero crecer como profesional, pero para mí lo primero es poder ayudar al equipo y poder servir al primer entrenador que es Mike Brown. Y como he dicho antes, la confianza que él ha tenido en mí para traerme aquí y hacer este trabajo, ahora que él no puede estar por estas razones y es puntual, es que yo pueda ayudarle a él y devolverle la confianza que él me ha dado. Me ha dado a mí cada día y me la dio en su momento. Si esto me puede ayudar en un futuro a tener una oportunidad, en el futuro lo valoraremos, pero ahora lo más importante es que este equipo crezca, que esta organización esté en zona de playoff, que es donde se merece, y seguir trabajando con estos chicos que desde el primer día han hecho un trabajo y están haciendo un trabajo excepcional para competir todos los partidos, y hoy una vez más lo habéis visto en el campo con la ayuda del público, cuando vas por detrás 19 puntos y ganas el partido, te dice lo importante que es, ¿no? Salir y competir, y lo que este grupo de chicos están haciendo.
Gracias,
A usted,
Thanks,
gracias.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jordi.